Hi there. My name is Alex Garner. I am founder of Sober Coaching LLC and the Sober Reset Method. If you are watching this, then you might have gotten this link from a newsletter, the Neuro Sober newsletter. I am the creator of that as well. So hopefully you've been enjoying the content. But today I wanted to introduce something awesome, something to really captivate you guys and give you a tool that no matter if you're sober or not, no matter if you have a drinking problem or not, if you do, this will help immensely. But even if you don't, this will still help. Okay. The first thing that I want to talk about is the 5 step morning routine. That's what this tool is. Okay. You're going to need about 10 to 15 minutes. Sometimes you might need to go longer, 20, 25. The best time to do this is right after you wake up. Okay. And the reason for that, the science behind that is when you wake up, you're in the theta brainwave, right? Theta brainwave is the brainwave that you're in when you are, well, one of the brainwaves that you might be in when you're sleeping. So your subconscious is the producer of your dreams. So when you want to rewrite your subconscious, the best brainwave to be in is theta. Okay, so the tools, the techniques that are in this 5 step morning routine will help rewrite your subconscious mind, but it's better to do it while you're still in theta brainwave before you get the delta and beta, which is what you are throughout the whole day. Okay, so, all right. So do this right when you wake up. That's the best. But if you don't, that's okay. Still do it later. It will still work, but it works best when you're in the theta brainwave. Okay. So let's get started. The first step is emotional dump. I call it the emo dump. Kind of a funny name, right? But okay, let me explain this then. Oops. The emo dump, you just want to get out everything negative. Okay. You can do this for a couple minutes, for 10 minutes. Some days you might need to do it for 20. Okay. But if you want to get out your biggest fears, all the negative emotions, things that you're frustrated about, that you're angry about, and areas that you feel stuck in. Okay. Now, the reason why you want to do this is you want to get it all out. And the reason why you want to journal it is because it tricks the brain into forgetting about it. Okay, so let me explain that part. This is a brain hack. Let's say that you have trouble sleeping and you're thinking about all the things you need to do the next day. The reason why they tell you to go write it down, make a list of the things you need to do or whatever you're thinking about that keeps you up at night, the reason why they tell you to do that is because when you write it down, it tells your brain that you can forget about it because you wrote it down somewhere. Okay, so it's the same thing here. We're getting out all the negative emotions so you can forget about them, so you don't need to think about them. Okay, so this leads us into the second step. Now, the normal human, this is normal human, has 60 to 80,000 thoughts a day. That's a lot of freaking thoughts, right? Now, what they have found is 80% of those thoughts are negative. And a separate fact, 80% of them are repetitive. So most of the thoughts for a normal human being are negative and repetitive. So, the reason why we do something positive as soon as we get out the negative is for that reason. Because if we don't, it's going to be flooded back with negative emotions and negative feelings and thoughts again. Because that's just what we're trained to do. That's what our subconscious and our conscious minds are trained to do. So, as soon as we do negative, we need to do positive. So, that's why we bring in the gratitude. There's so many benefits to gratitude. I'm sure you've heard them all. But gratitude is awesome because it helps you change your perspective. So, whenever you feel a negative emotion, think of something grateful or that you're grateful for. Whenever you feel bad or depressed, think of something that you're grateful for. What that does is it's reframing and retraining the brain with neuroplasticity to think of and see more things that you're grateful for, to be more positive, right? Because the more you practice, the more that you will see things positively. So I don't want you to just write down anything that you're grateful for. I want you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for that nobody else has. So you're going to have to really think about this. That's the point. In order to change the way that you think, you have to change your thinking, right? So if you struggle with self-love or self-worth, then I also want you to do the brag book. The brag book is bragging on yourself, right? So that's why I want you to do it if you struggle with self-love or self-worth, because you need that. You need to brag on yourself here. So we do negative, we do positive, okay? And then step 3 is the life plan. Now, get out a notebook, pause this video and get out the notebook. Okay, I'm going to walk you through this. The life plan is basically one really long affirmation, okay? And we're going to create it together here right now, okay? You only have to create it once, but then after you create it, you're going to say it for step 3 times out loud. Okay? So let's go through this. What is the life plan? This is the second page here. Okay. Whoops. So, what we're going to answer are these questions, and then the answer to these questions we sub in and put them into this template. Again, and I haven't mentioned this yet, but every single tool that I use in my coaching, and especially this one, I've sat down with neuroscientists and we came up with these words in the right order for a reason. Okay, so this is going to help you rewrite your subconscious faster than anything else. Okay, so leave it alone, leave the template alone. It might sound silly, but trust me, it's working. Okay, so first off, what is your goal? Now, for this, let's say, let's just keep it on topic here. The answer to this question is going to be sober, right? So write down A, to get and stay sober. Okay, get and stay sober. Now, B, who does it help? Well, it helps myself and the people around me, right? So write that down, myself and others, let's just say. C, 2 to 3 perfect traits of your ideal self. So something that you're not right now that you want to become. For me, what I used and the best for me was disciplined and focused. Okay, so I'm going to write those down. 2 to 3 perfect traits of your ideal self. Put them in the past tense or present tense. Yes, present tense. So focused and disciplined. Okay. D, your biggest fear if you don't do this, if you don't meet your goal. Well, relapse or death. Let's do relapse or die or death. Okay, E, your single biggest strength in relation to this goal. Okay, so most people here use words like resilient because they've been through a lot and they're still here. So let's just use that, resilient. But you can use whatever you want. So your single biggest strength in relation to this goal. And then F, what is your big why? Okay, so F. Let's say for this, my big why is because I love myself. Okay, so let's just do this easy. Okay, now you take this, and what I really want you to write down is all of this. Okay, so the step 2 is put it all together. So what I want you to write down and pause this video as you go through this is, I am so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. Right? That's what we filled out. So I'm so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. Pause the video. Okay, you're back. I finally am focused and disciplined. That's what I put. So you're just subbing in the answers here. I am not terrified that I will relapse because I am resilient. Right? So you sub it in. I am not terrified that I will relapse or die because I am resilient. I will make this happen because I love myself. I need me and I will not fail me. Make sure to include that part. That's really important. Now that you have this all laid out, it might seem silly to say it out loud, but I want you to think of this, okay? So in order to become something, so something that you want to become, it's a 3-step process. You have to think it, you have to feel it, and then you have to act on it. So think it, feel it, act it equals become it. Think it, feel it, act it equals become it. It's just like thoughts become beliefs, become actions, right? But in this case, it's for affirmation. So thoughts, right? So we're thinking this. When we say this out loud, we're thinking it. And when you say it out loud, even if you don't believe it, I want you to say it with conviction. That's the feel it part, right? So act like you're an actor or an actress and you're auditioning for a play or musical uh, or a movie, TV show, right? Say it with conviction. I'll give you an example. And then you have to act it. And I'll explain what happens, how we do that. Okay. Eagles become it. So I want to give you an example here. So this is the one I just made for us. This is how I want you to say it with conviction. I am so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. I finally am focused and disciplined. I am not terrified that I will relapse because I am resilient. I will make this happen because I love myself. I need me and I will not fail me. Boom. Say that out loud 3 times with conviction. Now, how does this work? How do affirmations work? Here's the science behind it. It has to do with the think it, feel it, act it, equals become it. When you say this every morning, you're thinking it, right? When you say it with conviction, you're feeling it. So the last part is act it. This is how you do that. When you're saying this every morning, it's on the top of mind awareness is what it's called. So it's on the top of your mind. Maybe not the first day, maybe not the second or third day, but when you do this weeks or like for a week, it's going to be on the top of your mind throughout the day because you've said it every single morning 3 times. What that does is it increases your awareness of more opportunities to be what you want to be, to act that way. That's where the act it comes in. So I'll give you an example. If I want to be focused and disciplined, like I did in here, I say, I am focused, I am disciplined. I am focused, I am disciplined. I say that every day for 10 days or 7 days, a week. Now, that is on the top of my mind throughout the day because I've done a pattern. It's in my head every day for 7 days. What happens is I become aware of more opportunities to be focused, to be disciplined. I still have to act on it. That's the most important part. You still have to act on it, but you will become aware of more opportunities to be what you want to be by doing affirmations. That's how they work. Okay. So that's step 3. That's the life plan. So you say that out loud 3 times. And then the 4th step is affirmations and visualization. So what you're going to do is it's a shorter affirmation. Don't worry. You're going to take the very first line of the life plan, which is, I am so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. You say that by itself 10 times out loud, right here, and then 10 times internally. So I am so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. I am so happy and grateful that I am now easily sober, helping myself and others. Okay, that's going to keep it on the top of your mind. Now, you also do it 10 times internally. Try not to move your mouth. It's going to help your focus muscle. Your focus muscle is just like any other muscle. You have to work it out every day. So that's how we're going to do that, is by doing it internally. You'll see what I'm talking about. Because the first couple weeks you do this, you're not going to be able to remember what you're trying to say. But as soon as you do it, your focus muscle will increase and you'll be able to focus on what you're saying and say it 10 times in a row. If you want to go the extra mile, write it down 10 times. Really focus on what you're saying and writing. And again, feel it. Say it with conviction. The last step of number 4 is visualize your perfect day and manifest what you want. So visualize how your day is going to go. Visualization is a huge tool, and here's why. Your brain doesn't know the difference between visualization and reality. That's why when you're in a dream and you're in your subconscious mind, you don't know it's not real. You feel like it's real until your conscious mind comes online, you wake up and you realize it's a dream. So, same thing here. When you visualize that you're going to have a great day, it's as if it really happened. So not only does it make you feel better immediately, but you also can manifest what happens that day. And that's kind of a different story and manifestation and how that works. But But visualization is awesome. So let's say that you're trying to quit drinking. You have a wedding coming up this weekend. What you want to do is you want to visualize yourself at that wedding saying no with a soda water or cranberry juice, um, having fun without drinking. And what happens is if you visualize that 20 times by the time the wedding comes around, your brain is trained for it. It's as if this is the 21st time, even though it's the first real time. That's how we can use visualization in our favor. Okay. So that's step 4. Step 5 is simple. Do one thing differently than you did yesterday. This helps with awareness of what you're doing and how you can do it and how you can do it differently. Keep things interesting. Keep them uncomfortable. Because when we grow, we're always uncomfortable. We only grow when we're uncomfortable. We don't grow when we're comfortable, right? So that's the 5-step morning routine. I want you to do this every day for a week at least and see how it goes. It will produce so much transformation in your life that you will think, how did I live without this? So do this for yourself. If you love yourself, do this for 1 week every day and see what happens. Peace and love. Talk to you guys soon. Stay sober, friends.